So I've been going through some stuff lately. Well, for years now, I should say, medical wise. I had to get some injections in my back, which didn't work. So now I'm looking at possibly surgery on my back, which also might not work. It might just be a band aid, like the injections were. And then before that, like about a week or two ago, I got discharged from the hospital because I had respiratory failure, which is pretty much a severe asthma attack. Um, they had me on a ventilator. My my husband and I were talking about it last night, or I should say this morning, and he said, "I'm like, I looked like hell, didn't I?" And he goes, "Yeah, you did," because I had a tube down my throat to help me breathe. I had oxygen, I had a catheter, and I had a poop bag, as you can say it. I was pretty much connected to everything. And my husband said the doctors were calling other doctors for ideas on what to do. They're using like their best medicine, the best medication they can think of, and it wasn't working on me. My husband said that I would stop breathing for a little bit, and then the ventilator would kick on, and then I would start breathing again. And my husband was like, he said he was just waiting for that phone call of there's nothing else they can do, but that didn't happen. I've had a lot of close calls. I'm lucky to be alive, to be honest. Um, so yeah, that night was kind of it was really hard because I had a hard time breathing, and I have asthma, and I was a smoker, and I was vaping, and I had a nicotine patch on, and they pretty much said no more smoking. My husband will not buy me any more cigarettes, which is fine. And that if I need back surgery, I can't have any nicotine in my system anyway. Okay, so that night, I used the rest of my rescue inhaler until it was gone, and that wasn't working. I was using my nebulizer, that wasn't working. I got to the point where I yelled for my daughter and told her to go get my mom and have my mom call 911. And then my mom peeked in my bedroom and said, "You want me to call 911? You can't breathe." I said, "Yeah." I remember being in the ambulance or at the EMTs being in my room. Um, my husband said there was a lot of EMTs. Um, remember being in the hospital or in the ambulance, and they said, "Does your family drive a white Ford?" I said, "Yeah." And they're like, "Over there, right behind us." Other than that, I don't remember anything else except for being waking up in the ICU. Um, I was on a ventilator for about 4 days, and they started weaning me off on the fifth day. I don't remember when they took out the tube that was in my throat, but for a while, my throat was really scratchy, and I didn't have a voice. Oh, excuse me. Um, I'm doing better now, but I mean, my body is still weak. Like last night, we went dumpster diving, and I almost fell just going on the little deck on our porch or on our outside or whatever. Um, my husband's like, "You need to walk around more." Yeah, and I have a new doctor now that I get to see either Monday or Tuesday. Because the doctor I did have, I felt like he wasn't really listening to what I needed or what I wanted. For example, my friend Amy told me about this med that she was put on for weight loss, and she said she lost 35 pounds. But she also switched from drinking pop to like flavored water. Like you get this little package you can put in your water. And then she said doing 5,000 to 10,000 steps. Well, last night I could have got like not a it's not a treadmill, but it's kind of like a treadmill where you walk or you can run. But we have no room for it, so we didn't get it. Um, yeah, I think I'll either start going for my walks again, or I'll just walk around the house until I do like my 5,000 to 10,000 steps because I do have a few apps. Oh, excuse me. I do have a few apps on my tablet. that count your steps, so I'll be able to do that. But yeah, um, I feel like I've lived in the hospital all summer. I've been there off and on, and then my hospital stay. They were really glad that I was doing better. Really glad. Um, it was a scary situation, and they said it was really bad. It was a bad situation. So yeah. So next week or the week after that, I have to make an appointment with the spine doctor. He's on vacation now, but he'll be back on the 28th. And one of the nurses called me and asked me like how the injections worked, and I explained to her they didn't work for very long, but they were pretty much a band-aid. And she asked if I was interested in surgery, and I said yeah, because at this point I feel like surgery is going to be the last resort. My friend Amy was like, you're going to be admitted to the hospital for 4 to 5 days, depending on your pain, and then recovery time is about 6 months. And it's already driving me nuts that I can't drive or I can't work because if I'm having surgery, there's no point of getting a job and then, oh, I can't work these days because I'm having surgery. And like if you work at Walmart and you work there for a year, you get like vacation days and sick days, and you still get paid for them. So we'll see if that's what the doctor decides. He was kind of trying to avoid surgery because he's like, it might not work, it might just be a band-aid. And so we'll see, but that's what's been going on with me lately. Lots of trips to the hospital, but I'm here, I'm alive.